Hello, and thank you so much for listening to The Act of Courage, a global health podcast series brought to you by Capracare, Inc. Capracare is a global health nonprofit that's bringing health care to the people of Haiti. I'm Joanne Hepperman. I am the International Service Chair of the Prospect Goshen Rotary Club located in Louisville, Kentucky. And I'm here with Jean-Pierre Louis, my co-host, as well as the founder and executive director of Capracare. During this third season, Jean and I will be talking with one another and others in the know about how Capracare, with Rotary's help, has brought cervical cancer screenings to the women of Southern Haiti, saving lives. We'll talk about the journey. We'll talk about where we hope to go. We'll talk about where we are now. And we are thrilled that you're on the journey with us. Thank you. And welcome. Welcome to episode 7 of season 3 of An Act of Courage. Today, we are going to hear from 3 Haitian women who heard about the opportunity to be screened for cervical cancer and were brave enough to say yes. Jean and I are thrilled that you're here. And we're also thrilled to have with us again, Dr. Sophia Lubin, whom you may remember from episode 2, who talked with us about the different screening methods that were available, and particularly the see and treat method, which is used by Capracare. But today, Dr. Sophia is with us to help with the translation so that we all have an opportunity to hear the story of these 3 courageous, special women who were brave enough to say yes. And so, to that end, I want to introduce you to Edith, who's going to wave at me. Edith?
Edith? C'est qui Edith?
Anne Marie.
Marie.
And Vanessa.
Okay.
And then we have also Juliet, who, while not being screened at Capracare, has been screened, but Juliet is a major supporter of this program and of these women, and we're thrilled that Juliet is with us too. I also need to do a shout out to Edith, because Edith was one of the 15 women who, when we were there back in August of 2017, she's one of the women who raised her hand and agreed to be screened as a part of our training program. And so we tip our hat to Edith for being that brave as well. Allo, welcome.
Hello, bienvenue.
Allo's the only Creole word. I only know 4, and that's one of them. We're thrilled you're here. Now, let's just start. Let's just start talking. Let's talk about you all. I'd love for the 3 of you who were screened to tell us. Oh, before I do that, I also have to do a shout out. We also have with us very important people, the nurses from Capracare. We have Miss Deborah. Yes, Miss Deborah, you can wave. And we have Miss Joathamy, and we have Miss Sandy. all of whom you've met in the last episode. We're thrilled that you're here with us again today. Okay, so let's talk about those of you who came to Capracare, to the clinic in Fonfred to be screened. How is it that you heard about the opportunity to be screened for cervical cancer?
Ok, Dr. Sophia, yo ka repon gen pa green.
Mais oui, quand même. On commence avec Marie, par exemple. Marie, ou te met répondre, qui j'ont te fait connaître que
C'est à cause de Capracare qui te fait message non passé presque de caille en caille. Te conseillé nous, et pourtant ça gagné, et puis nous-mêmes, nous avons choisi de bien faire.
Marie just answered and said that Capracare came by in the area, actually to their homes to announce that they were going to be doing this kind of screening. And so that's how she came to know about the screening protocol.
So would the same be true for you, Eden?
Yes, she said yes. Capracare came house to house to let us know that there was going to be a screening.
Well, that's a good deal. Good, Jean. Good for you. Good for you. And Vanessa, same story.
Moi-même, quand je fais un examen d'appel, c'est pas si je passé sur ton frère dans Reining, dans le collège là, pour petit moi, il y a des renseignements là, qui passent marqué dehors, comme nous dans des tout après, dans le nom, à le message là, fait là.
Okay, so hers was a little bit different. She was passing by in Fonfred. She was going because of her child's school, and she saw a sign. And that is how she came to know about the screening.
Ok, Dr. Sophia, ça, Vanessa, nous avons fait une clinique mobile dans le bureau, nous avons fait une clinique mobile dans Capracare, un spécial clinique mobile, et puis qui ouais, en c'est là, et puis venir, non, les c'est des stages là.
Et ça, ça passé? Expliquez-moi comment pas attendre tout trop bien.
Il y a des stages qui sont collaboratrices dans le bureau.
Ou yo te passé un message dans qui bo?
Un spécial.
Un spécial sous radio, sous qui ça? Kai, ok.
Et ouais, affiche là, et puis il va non.
Parce que il te ouais fiche là, ok. Okay, so she said, want to say, okay. So Joanne, they saw like a poster kind of a thing, and then of course, they're doing this, going from house to house, and she saw a poster about it, and so that's how she ended up coming.
Great community outreach. Miss Deborah, Miss Sandy, or Miss Joathamy, were you part of the outreach effort from the beginning?
Par commencement net, programme nan te vini en juillet ou août. Mois d'août 2017, moi été rentré en novembre 2017.
Okay, so she says she came from as of November of 2017. She said the program started back in August of 2017, and that's when she became a part of the group as of November 2017.
And Miss Joathamy.
Yes, moi-même, moi, c'est Capracare en avril 2018. Dès que je programme a commencé déjà. Donc, en dehors de Caille, ça que nous avons éducation de masse, ça veut dire avec contact, nous faisons ça qui est les postes rassemblement, nous faisons éducation en dehors de porte à porte.
Okay, she said that she joined in 2018, like around April of 2018, and that they did a mass, like a community engagement, basically, where they, instead outside of going door to door, that they held a program for the community to come and listen and learn about the program that was starting or that was
Great.
ongoing.
Great, great.
Et moi-même,
And
moi,
Miss Deborah.
And Deborah, yes. Uh-huh. Ou entre qui-
moi, neuf, et moi, t'es toujours jeune programme, moi, toujours à continuer avec même et lancement, à faire éducation porte à porte, faire éducation dans l'église, et puis avec monde et avec post-rassemblement, toujours de continuer à faire j'ai l'éducation ça.
Et où t'es commencé en 2019?
2019, août 2019.
Okay, and she started in August of 2019, and she's been doing from door to door, also going to the churches, as well as doing the community engagement in terms of helping the community to understand and know that the program has been in place.
Juliet, how did you hear about Capracare doing cervical cancer screenings?
C'est même pas son oui. Avec des le staff qui est dans la rue, à chaque monde, non seulement ça, mais ça il va passer même le soir, les mégaphones, tout le monde, et toute femme qui a nécessité pour gagner, capable de faire du salaire. Et bien, ça veut dire
Okay, so Juliet found out because she said the same kind of way that people were coming door to door, and they also had like a microphone at night. They would say that for the women in the community that they're doing a special program for them.
Well, and that special program, part of it was an educational program. Did all of you go to an educational program before you were screened?
Yes. Yes.
Those were we's all around. Yeses all around. Well, so let me ask, were you nervous about being screened?
Moi-même, première fois, je suis allée à des sortes de problèmes, ça fait ça, je suis des sortes de gens ont été faibles. Il y a maintenant, après ça, je suis sortie rien.
Okay, so qui j'en relais encore, excusez-moi? Déjà?
Vanessa, Claire. Vanessa.
Oh, Vanessa. Okay. Vanessa. Okay. Merci. Vanessa. Okay. So Joanne, Vanessa says that she initially was a little bit nervous, and then she said that she had her legs felt a little bit shaky when she went for the actual test. But afterwards, she felt more comfortable. And when she had to go, Vanessa, ou t'es allée une deuxième fois? Okay. When she, okay, so she said when she came back for her subsequent treatments that she felt more comfortable. That the first time she was very nervous in the sense that her legs were a little bit shaky, but the second and follow-up times that she felt a lot more comfortable. She was better.
And I'll ask all of you, why was it important to you to be screened for cervical cancer? Why did you want to do that?
Okay, Vanessa. Dis-moi.
maladie à la famille. Nous devons importance de nous à souffrir, et puis nous allons commencer à coller, nous pouvons coller dans le fer, nous connaissons tomber dans la même position, et ça dit bon.
En plus, toujours, c'est face à Jean, monsieur, des cas, parce que des sensibilités de nous en pile. Nous décidons, nous, que nous commençons à avoir des problèmes, au fur et à mesure, nous allons faire des cancers de matrice. Nous devons importance pour ça, qui fait que nous sommes intéressés plus pour nous faire des stages pour la matrice.
Okay, so I have 3 answers for you that they knew. Basically, they had seen other women in the area and the way that they were going through having this problem with the cervix, and that they can see how other women were suffering with the issue of having problems with their cervix. And so lastly, when they knew that there was something that could be done to prevent them from having this major problem, that they felt that it was important for them to come.
We're grateful you came.
Li di ke nou, li kontan ke nou te vini.
En plus, toujours même la primaire, on se fait débrouiller et fait façon pour nous joindre ça, surtout gratis, dans la zone par nous, pour faire des déplacements, ça, et puis nous va payer l'argent. Nous avons continué à supporter nous dans ce sens-là encore.
She said she's so happy also that she was able to get this kind of support that was made for her, that was given to her for free, and that she hopes that this is the kind of care that they're able to continue to get this level of support. It made them feel more encouraged to be able to come.
Merci. Merci.
That's word number 2 there, Joanne.
I'm trying to figure out how to get in we and no.
Yeah, Joanne has 5 words in her arsenal to use, so she's using 2 so far.
Vanessa, you are special among us because you had lesions present. Is that right?
Oui. Okay, donc I'm gonna just continue. Donc, ou même ou te besoin quelques traitements actuellement.
Oui.
Ok, et comment ça t'est passé pour?
Après, je fini fait traitement, bon, ça t'est passé très bien.
Okay, so Joanne, I just asked her, she said yes, that she did have some lesions and that she did have to go through some treatment, but that going through the treatment was very agreeable. She didn't have any issue.
And you're fine now.
Yes, she does.
Yay. And
Yay.
Edith, yay. And Edith and Marie, you're fine. You're fine.
Capracare has a great dream to screen 25,000 women for cervical cancer. Every screening has the potential to save a woman's life. Your fingerprints, too, can be a part of this success story in one of 2 ways. First, you can take your support to the next level and become an active part of our mission by becoming a monthly donor. Join Changemakers, our monthly giving club, today. Visit capracare.org/changemakers to set up your donation. It's quick and impactful. The second way is you can contribute specifically to the Prospect Goshen Rotary Club's foundation to help fund the next cervical cancer global grant. This next grant, through the magic of Rotary's matching programs, will provide funding to screen more Haitian women in more locations. Log on to the Rotary Club of Prospect Goshen's website. It's www.pgrotary.net to read more about how Rotary is working with Capracare and other partners to rein in cervical cancer in Haiti. From there, you can contribute directly to the Prospect Goshen Rotary Club Foundation to help fund the next cervical cancer global grant. Be a part of saving lives. It will change your life.
Moi, en forme, moi, je me fais pas, moi, j'étais peur avant de me faire. Parce que nous avons dit, surtout dans le Capracare, nous avons dit, pas de venir. Mais l'homme de venir, je ressenti de normal. Et puis, vous te recevoir très bien, travail de bien passé. Vous te féliciter tout parce que vous aidez nous dans ce sens-là.
Marie says that initially she was a little bit scared to come, but that they made her feel very comfortable and they cared for her. They gave her very good care when she went for her screening. And so she realized A, that it was very important, and B, that she was well taken care of.
I think Miss Sandy, Miss Joathame, and Miss Deborah, we say merci to you for that.
Merci.
Says thank you.
So, Juliet and Vanessa and Ida and Marie, do you encourage your fellow women to be screened as well?
Oui, oui, je me fais ça, m'encourager.
Yes, they try. Some of them, they don't want to see the doctor. They don't want doctors to see them, meaning, personally, intimately. But yes, that they are always encouraging.
Is it a relief to know that you are fine?
Oui.
Yes, absolutely.
You have hope.
Ça me donne un espoir parce que nous ne pouvons pas vivre son souffrance ou pour maladies. Et puis, Capracare toujours sensibiliser nous pour continuer à faire parce que pas jamais qu'on a n'importe quel moment que nous avons gagné, toujours sensibiliser nous pour toujours.
Okay, I didn't catch everything that she said, but she said that she's very hopeful that the fact that she did the test, she didn't have any lesions, that she's fine, and that Capracare is always there to support them and will be there to support them.
We are grateful to you for having the courage to come to be screened and now to encourage others to come and be screened. You're our best advertisement isn't the word I'm looking for.
Ambassador.
Supporters. You're our best supporters.
Ambassador too.
Ambassador.
Joanne dit que li content vraiment que nous-mêmes nous gain courage pour nous venir, pour nous faire examen et que nous-mêmes tout, le fait que nous faisons, nous encourager l'autre femme qui dans zone là pour nous venir tout, OK, et que
nous servir comme supporter programme nan avec comme ambassadeur programme nan.
Exactement. Oh, I love to see women with tout sourire, yo. That's wonderful. I told them, Joanna, I love seeing all of their smiles.
Me too. Me too. Is there, well, I'd also like for our listeners to know that Miss Deborah, Miss Joathamy, and Miss Sandy have all been screened as well. And so we have with us today, and Miss Juliet has been screened. We had 7 women who have been screened, one of whom had lesions. And that's the norm in Haiti, Dr. Sophia, I think about 1 out of 10.
That is correct.
Test positive.
Yes.
Test positive, which is much higher than what it is in the United States. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to say before we wrap it up?
Espam nan, mwen te gen nan lot pasyon yo te gen visit da yo sorti pou gen te ba yo wale pou sou kapap fet sou 2 ans, gen se 3 ans, gen se 4 ans, mwen men te di, mwen la pou mwen fe pan nan sou 5 ans. Mwen da yon konen ki kon se eske son ka grav ki yo ta rive de kamon ki yo dil. Et pour le faire dans 1 an, ou bien dans 10 ans, ou bien dans 3 ans. Parce que moi-même, je me dis dans 5 ans, on ne le fait pas.
She asked, she would like to understand, in her particular case, they told her that she can come back in 5 years, but she knows that there are others that they tell them to come back in 1, 2, 3, or, years to come back for their screening. And so she would like to understand better why that is. So I will explain, if that's okay with you.
Yes. Yes.
Li kompren, li still.
Dr. Sophia, can you share with us in summary what you
I
told
explained, yes, absolutely. I explained to her that the fact that they told her that she's able to come back in 5 years means that she was completely 100% negative, that she had a very normal test. And that is the reason why they could say to her that she could come back in 5 years based on the exam that they did for her. And that if they've told others around her perhaps that they need to come back either in 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, that has to do with their screening results.
Oui, yon nan bagay pou ta yon ajoute, c'est juste que, en dehors de ça, donc moun yo plus actif sexuellement. Et Madame Juliette lui-même, a gen monsieur que la fonctionné ensemble.
Ah, ok, ça me comprend très bien. Okay, so Miss Juliette said, excuse me, fait qui j'en relais encore? Okay, so she says that part of the reason why our other guest she was able to come back in 5 years versus some of the other women that they may tell to coming back in 1 year or 2 or 3 has to do with their level of sexual activity. So for example, women who are more sexually active, it seems that they have them come back sooner, or have, you know, that also their lifestyle plays a role in their screening.
Okay. Now, Miss Edith, we know you came back after 5 years. I think that's right. You were screened in 26 years, 2017 and 2013. Is that right? Or 2023?
Madame Edith, est-ce que vous avez fait screening test pour en 2017 et puis encore en 2023? Okay, she says yes.
So you're healthy. Miss Edith is healthy.
Donc, Edith, ou même tout bas en forme avant. Comme si... Okay. Yes, Joanne.
Great. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to ask or say before we go
Wrap
away?
up.
Miss Juliette raised her hand.
Est-ce que nous avons un encore nous t'arrêter dire avant que nous fermions occasion ça?
Kakin da yon di ankor, te gen yon zami mi demene vin fè testa nan Capracare, men te kon gen gwo doule. Gwo doule, di kon gen lè d'admission vin an pil. Lorsque de vin fè testa, kon y a la devin yon ti malaise, donc ta te bal wadi pou te retourner. Kon y a la même takou jan de kon y a, tout baga ale bien. Mais nous avons l'autre qui nous a conseillé de faire test là. À nos jours là, nous avons ça. Ça m'a remarqué la Kaili. Donc pour la l'aile qui est là, il vient en pile sur nous. Là, nous avons un petit conseil, nous avons toujours parlé ensemble avec.
So she says that she has 2 friends, one of which used to have a lot of pain when she would have, like, let's say, her menses and things like that. She actually came to get counsel at Capracare, and she's much better now. She has another friend who, when she gets her menses, for example, she has it with a lot. It's very abundant. She bleeds a lot. And what kind of counseling could she take back to that friend so that she could come also to get care? Was the question.
Well, Jean, that's a great question for you and Miss Deborah and Miss Joathamy and Miss Sandy.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to say, Dr. Sophia. I mean,
well, from my standpoint, it's to bring in, although we are doing cervical cancer screening, but certainly we are able to offer valuable information just on women's issues. And so I would recommend that they still come to be seen at Capracare. Donc, m'ta conseillé nous que même si nous même si nous ta gen un zami nou qui gen un petit problème et que ou ta conseillé yo pour yo vini non programme tant que ça Capracare a faire parce que y a ka ba yo consul sous peut-être l'autre problème que yo gen ou bien yo te ka directer yo à l'autre peut-être médecin ou bien autre genre de qui j'aime dire ça. Qui ça? Oh, exactement, c'est ça. Vous comprenez? Donc, m'da dit que faut encourager pour venir quand même si c'est pas pour une question de col matrice, ou comment c'est Abdullah. Faut encourager pour venir quand même. Yeah. She says that, well, the nurses say that they do that anyway.
I want to say merci to the nurses, all three of the nurses, for the good care that you show, the care and the respect that you show for the women in Haiti.
Joanne dit, tout infirmier yo, merci un peu pour respect que nous bay patient nou yo en Haïti.
Thank you.
And I want to say merci to Juliet and Vanessa and Edith and Marie.
Joanne dit merci à nos 4 participants yo, Juliette, Vanessa, Edith ak Marie.
For sharing, for being brave enough to come and share your story with us. It warms my heart to get to meet you.
Pour courage nous, li dit nous merci pour courage nous parce que nous braves que nous veni, nous ka partager histoire nous, expérience nous et ça vraiment chauffé Kelly à cause de nous participer aujourd'hui avec nous.
And we need them to keep spreading the word.
Et puis, il y a besoin pour nous continuer à partager le message là. We will do that.
Okay. Merci. Merci.
Merci. Bye.
Well, and I think we're going to close up here. One of the things we always do at the end, John and I always want you to know what's coming next. Well, literally what's next is talking about what's next. John and I will spend some time talking about where we've been, but we've already talked about that. What we want to talk about is how we can continue to serve the women of Haiti, how we can continue to save lives. You got to meet one of the women whose life was saved as a result of cervical cancer screening. And I don't think we can stop now. So Jean and I will be talking about that in what will be our last episode of season 3. Is that right, Jean?
That's right. The last episode for season 3 will be episode number 8.
And for the rest of us, we say bye-bye.
Let your fingerprints be a part of this success story. Log on to Capracare's website at www.capracare.org/changemakers or go to the Prospect Goshen's Rotary Club website at www.pgrotary.net to donate today. Together we will save lives. You can also help Capracare's mission by subscribing to this podcast and leaving a rating and review. Thank you for growing our listening community.